All right. I have no idea how this works, so we're all gonna find out together. Um, Sorry for that thumbnail. Obviously, my hair is a mess. It's been one heck of a day. So I am going to put some paint on a weird piece I've been working on. Is if I can move some of this stuff out of the way. Y'all don't see it, but I do have a lot of stuff on my table here. Um, I'm actually going to be working on these. And I don't know if you recognize this. I forget whose wings these are, but a friend of mine gave me a, let's see, what was it? He gave me a mobile suit Gundam, this one here, and he said that I can have it as long as I paint it. So I am doing that right now. Let's see. Set my stand back up. I was not ready to do this when I came out here. I was gonna make a video, a review for the Choo Choo's Demi Trainer. And now I have vibrations on. Let's see if I can turn that off. Hey bud, how you doing? I didn't expect anyone to get on here, but yeah, no, I wanted to see if I can get some paint on this. This is the third time I've actually tried to paint this thing. I've stripped it and repainted it so many times now. Let's see. So I wanted to this time because I think the effect I wanted is working a little bit better with that crackle paint. If you guys can see. I think it looks okay. You can still see the brush strokes. There's nothing I can do about that because once it's set on the paint, you can't really touch it. Okay. So this time, it's going to use some yellow. I'm debating on using this one or another one I have. This one works pretty good though. It's pretty bright. So I think I'm going to do that one. Let's see. And then I have red. This is the red I made for this one. It looked okay on here the last time I painted it. So hopefully it works well over the yellow. We shall see together. All right. Yummy lemon yellow. I'm going to use one of my decent brushes here. See how this comes out. This is kind of fun to do with the phone right in my face. And that is not showing up. You do have to thin it out, but the way I'm gonna work on it this time is I'm just gonna try to put some on here, and then I'm gonna wipe it off. Actually, did I bring my towel? I did not. Yeah, I did. Here it is. Okay. So the effect I want is so that those cracks are filled in with the yellow, not so much to paint over the black. You see how it's kind of settling in there. And then when I wipe it with my cloth, if I can get it to focus. I think my light is too bright. There we go. So the idea is that it's going to settle into the cracks, and I'll wipe it off of the main surface so it stays black. And then I'll paint over it with red on some of the parts. Okay, I guess my rag is a little too good because it's taking a lot of that off. Maybe I'll let it dry for a bit longer. But the idea is to have it look like, I think I mentioned it before, like crackling lava, or like a rock that's it still has that molten flames inside it. I did it with red and I kind of liked the way the color looked. I just thought that it needed to be brighter. And I don't want to use white. I could, but I think yellow will pop a little bit more if I try to get it in all those cracks. So you see this is actually pretty thin paint, but it's designed to be used in airbrushes. Man, I'm not getting a good focus. So it wants to focus on my hand here. So let's see. Let that dry for a second. I had a picture of it before that I put on the chat that we talk in, Vadrix and Soul Hero. It comes okay. Let's see. It came out okay. I didn't like the way the crackle ended up. It kind of got lost in the effect. So I mean, that's the main part I wanted it to look like. And okay, so if this is I dropped something. If this is a mobile suit wings and this is a giant robot, then you know the crackles are going to be pretty small. To have them big would be kind of unrealistic. Realism isn't exactly what I'm going for. It's one of those things, you know. It's a balancing act of scale and size and what you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit. Let's wipe this off. It is hot as hell today, so this is gonna dry real fast, but that's kind of what I'm wanting. You see how it's stuck in the crevices there? That is exactly what I'm going for. So I just need to be a little bit more patient and to wipe it off as soon as I get it on. It does give it a glowy effect. I'm not sure if it's coming across on camera because I'm not looking at it right now. But let's see. Take this off. My stand is really close. Okay, good. I'm glad that you're seeing yellow. Yeah, see, I was thinking about trying the X-Acto with some deep gouges, but I want some really nice small ones, and that would be a lot of work. You see, the crackle paint did its job. This was a master grade. Let's see, I don't know. No, it needs to be up. Okay, this was a master grade that someone sent me. My buddy Dave actually sent me, and it's his custom, which you know, it's kind of a funny looking guy here. I think that's a Zaku warrior, I think. But the backpack actually works with this one. Uh, let's see, did I have the backpack on here? No. Okay. The backpack here plugs into the Zaku, and then he used this this weapon here, which I finished painting for a little while ago, but it's been glued together with the shield, so it's a fun kit bash. And like he said, he likes to give things away, but he's given a lot of them away, but with the idea that they need to be painted. Like, he doesn't want to get to work with it, so I wanted to make sure that I actually did a good job. And so I had this idea of I'm gonna put some scale on these. I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet, but I want to put some scales on these. So at least a couple of scale theme, like dragon-esque sort of look to it. And then this one was going to be like that magma sort of exposed flames inside. Because it does look really good with this in combination. I mean, you see, let's see if I can flip that over without scratching anything up. You know, the size actually works really well together. And with the covered over like the shawl, it looks really nice. So I wanted to make sure I did this justice, because it's basically a freebie from some of the other stuff that I bought from him. So I mean, I think I did a pretty good job with the gun. I want to do some details up on this, and this is just the paint that I did with the airbrush. And then obviously this is just red. I put paint on that arm. The other one is already primed and started on paint. It's this same red actually. But I do want it to have it a theme of like a dragon type thing. So let's see if I can get this phone back sitting here, and we're going to continue on the paint. So yeah, it's a Zaku warrior. Okay, that's what it is. I'm not sure on the, I think it's seed. See, I don't even know what it's from. But I know it's a Zaku warrior or a Zaku something like that. Let's see. Oh, that's not working. You're not on camera. Hold on. I think I need to get my bigger phone stand out so it can be held further away. Or I need to clean off my desk, one or the other. There we go. You know, I haven't caught up yet. Which for Mercury has got me super excited, but I have I'm on episode 19, so I need to catch up. I think it's episode 19, something like that. But yeah, no, I'm excited about it. I don't know if you caught me on chat, but I was a little upset at Chandler. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can get some more on this side. Yeah, a guy was saying that he didn't poop on it when it was out, and that was all he was saying, is I don't think I can watch this one. The girl's awkward. She's not even cute. I'm like, And I look at this. I just pulled my fence out. I want to do this. I'm gonna probably do a new background for this because the plain blue, it's very plain. So, do you guys have any suggestions since you're here? I think one of the guys suggested doing the let's see, I have them here. He actually suggested the number 57 stuff, which is these, and painting these up and putting some detail on them, and then using that as background, because they're called universal bases for a reason. Let's see if I can get this. I can connect these together on any of these sides here, and I can make a wall out of them. I have enough to actually do it too, to do a foot by a foot, which is what these are. 12 inches by 12 inch square. I have this one, which is just black. It's obviously pretty dusty. And then if you look at me, I'm not very clean. My black plus thinner came out. Well, I mean, it wasn't this one, actually. This is black. So what is that? I don't know now that I'm thinking about it. And yeah, no, Chandler's rants were a little bit funny. And then saying that he's glad that it's over. I'm glad it's over too. I don't want to hear from him no more. Not about that subject. Yeah, you're right. That's what it seems to me to be too. Just a strong conviction about what he likes and doesn't like. Okay, I think that looks... I might have let that dry a little too long. That's okay. I have some thinner here. Let's go ahead and get this picked up real fast. Yeah, I think the mechanical background is a little overused. I will say I have seen it on other reviews as well. I might do something like... It's gonna sound weird. Like a brick wall. Like halfway through here. And then have a scene up on the top of like a cityscape printed out so that I can use that. That was originally the idea behind the fence. The fence was supposed to hold like a cityscape behind it. Like that's what that's for. That's why it was that way. And that's why I didn't connect it to the top here. So I could put something behind it. But with like bricks, I think. So the problem is I put this sidewalk here, and that's the only thing that I'm going to have issues with, because the sidewalk would be next to the desert street out by where I live. And then like I was kind of had the idea of maybe an actual street out here, but I couldn't paint that well. So I printed out some pictures and they didn't look good. I was like, okay, well, screw it. I'm just going to do blue. That's all I'm going to do. And that'll be fine. Still, it's like, it's one of those things. I think about it often, and people have commented about it like, hey, you know, what's up with the blue background? Why is it just blue? And they're right, because it's kind of boring. But I definitely wanted to see if I can come up with something better or different. And I don't want to do just the mechanical background. Now, the number 57, though, they are varied. So, like, you get this side here. You get this one here. There's a lot of variation, though. Like, each side is different. So, it'll be different for sure, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Okay, that one. We did this one, the front, or the outside. As far as painting the background, it's Not so much that I don't know how to do it, because I could probably do it and do it well. I'm just embarrassed about doing it. Like, I'm not an expert by any means, so it's something that I'm having trouble thinking of. Do I want my painting to be the background? Get this next section all covered up. I too am excited about that metaverse. I think the concept of metaverse in real life is a little lame, but it's been something I've thought about for a long time. Um, the concept of, like toys to life kind of thing, that had in me brought out the idea that, what if you had like a pen that you could write in the sky in front of you on a wall, and then you have like glasses to access it and you can see it, like that kind of thing. That was my concept of what the metaverse would have been. And that's kind of what it seemed to copy, so that's kind of cool. I'm sure that I'm not the only one that came up with that concept, but that was what I was thinking about. But Gundam in the metaverse, that would be really cool, because they already got the build divers and build fighters, so just those ideas they really lend themselves well. And yeah, no, definitely Danny is growing. Me and Soul Hero have been talking about that kind of thing with Dan. Like we really try to push him, and I think I've been pushing him a little too hard lately. I've been pretty frustrated with with a lot of things going on. So when he comes out with his little things, it's like, oof. And I don't mind the cyborg thing. With our brains going in, checking in, clicking in, or being tapped in, something like that. I'm okay with that. I know Elon Musk has that idea about uploading yourself and things like that, so we shall see how far it needs to go for us to get something that we can use on the daily. Okay, so I do not like this color. So this is I got to admit, it's pretty hard for me because I'm colorblind. Green and yellow and red look the same, but I am seeing that the colors are filling the cracks pretty well. Like right here especially, that looks pretty good. I don't like the color as it looks to me. You guys got to tell me what you think of that Seed Freedom. That's I haven't seen Seed, so I don't know anything about it. Is it going to be like a remake? Is it a movie? What's going on with that one? If it's a remake, that'd be cool, because then I could catch it up from the beginning and not feel too guilty about it. Okay, let's put these guys in. Also, has anyone built the Death Side Hell Master Grade? I haven't. This was a fun one to take apart and put back together. That's really true. The season, like the Battlelog, which was just the 8 episodes, really short episodes. I hope it's not going to be super short. I want there to be, an actual story. That's the other thing. Like Witch from Mercury, they didn't really. Are they gonna do another season? Are they gonna go further, or is it gonna be just over? Okay, so it's a movie. That's cool. How does the timeline go on Seed and Destiny? They're linked? They're the same thing, Seed and Destiny? Hey, I hear a doggy trying to come in. You want to come in? Come on in. Come on in here. We can say hi. Come on. Come here, baby. Ugh. You're wet. Did you try to get in the pool? Let's see. There you go. You guys can see Chakotay. Say hello. Look at. That's it. Look at my phone, baby. Hello. This is my cute little girl, Chakotay. I don't know if you guys know where Chakotay's the name came from. It was it was a thing, huh? Battleog was funny. You guys wanna go back out? It's pretty hot in here, so I don't think she wants to linger. You got it, Star Trek Voyager. Chakotay. When I heard his name on the first episode, I was like, that's a dog's name. If I ever get a dog, I'm gonna name her Chakotay. Name him Chakotay. But I got a girl dog. Well, hello, Chakotay, with a deep voice. But yeah, no, Chakotay is the first officer. Yeah, first officer on Voyager. He's number 1. I love his character. He's actually pretty good. Really great actor too. So I take it you watched Voyager? If you did, what did you think about that really weird forced romance that they did with Chakotay? Boom, 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 boom. All right. Let's let that dry. They really are. Dachshunds are super great. I love them. The only problem with them is that you always want more when you have them. She's one of 6 babies that we had. I actually had one, and then my mom brought hers over, and hers is a girl, and that happened. Oh, on Chakotay, that was what did you think about the romance between the other characters with Chakotay? I thought that was a little weird. You know, I knew they would do it because they were so far out in space and whatever not, but I thought it was a little strange that they tried to put everyone on Chakotay. Ooh, that's a little too much there. Let's put some more on that. Hey, I know that guy. Yeah, being lost together, I think it makes sense that they would have had some romance. It's just, I think it was a little too much. It's a lot of pain, too. Dan, how you doing? I was talking about you earlier. Beagles are cute. My grandma had a beagle, and they're super cute. We didn't expect her to have it long because it was my aunt's. Originally, it was like, oh, you know, I have this dog, but I'm going to Aruba, which is, you know, a pretty long trip out, and she was going there for 4 months because she's an archaeologist. Okay. That was weird. I don't know if you guys got to hear my story about Johnny. Let's see. I think he means like so-so, maybe. Let's see what I got. Let's see here. I think my phone got warm. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I've seen the whole series. I don't know much about what happened to them after, except for that the side that was the terrorists had been arrested when they got back. That's right. So, um, Chakotay, the Maquis, ended up arrested, and that happened. And then apparently Janeway got promoted because the next time you see her, she is indeed an admiral, and that was the thing. It's a very strange happening. And yeah, no, my aunt was an archaeologist, which is fun. She she wasn't the nicest lady. Let me get that. I have this section here with the thinner on it. Put that in there. Yeah, no, Johnny ended up staying with my grandma for the next so many years. It's pretty wild. She never ended up going back with my aunt. But he was such a cute dog. I loved him. You know, I never bothered to ask her. I know she was often in Mexico. I know that was one of the things that she always told me. She was always in Mexico, but never told me exactly where. Uh, and she would send us chocolate back, which is a funny thing to send back, but that was a thing. She was also a really interesting person. That when she came to visit us, she stole all my video games at one point. So strange. I had a Sega Master System and a Sega Genesis, and she took all of the games that we bought. Forgive me, that's a Coca Cola Zero, which is my poison. Zero sugar. And yeah, probably the Mayans and the Aztec. I do remember her saying things about the Mayans, and that would make sense if she went to Aruba. You know, that was a part of that history. I'm actually really curious as to where she went now, but um, since my grandma passed away, I don't think we're gonna talk to her much about the games being taken. They just didn't let her come over for a while. She hadn't shown up for like probably 10 years after that, and then when she did, she just stayed in the living room. She wasn't allowed to go in our room, which I don't know why she was allowed in our room anyway. Dude, Coca Cola is amazing. My sisters are addicted to, well, my sister and my mom are addicted to Dr. Pepper. And Ranch, Ranch is pretty up there on it. I thought about doing like Twitch streams and things like that. I don't think I have enough to say honestly to do it. It's something that's kind of difficult for me to do, to think of something to say and do things at the same time. Like, for instance, I thought I was letting for some paint to dry, and I realized I didn't even put any on. So that is a thing. Let's see. I can't get this angle right. Because it makes me burp a lot. It's like an involuntary one too. It's not like the big giant ones that you do on purpose. I'll just all of a sudden go boop. There it is. Maybe that's just me in my old age. what are, and this is because I have 4 right now, entry grade Gundams. What are some good schemes you guys think would be to paint to practice? Beer is definitely a vice that is not worth having. I do enjoy a beer, I'll admit. Hello, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. My my doggie's mother is here. She's just chilling outside. She doesn't like me too much. Uh, but beer, yeah, no, that's something I do tend to enjoy. I like really light beers though. I don't like drinking to get drunk. I just like to have one or two. Excuse me. It's a good thing to ask. I think um, between beer and cola, I think definitely beer would be the worst of the two. But back to the entry grade. I do have 4 of them because one of the somewhat local places that I shopped at, they were doing, if you buy 2 kits, you get an entry grade free for a while, and that was kind of cool. So I had 2 new Gundam entry grades. One I gave to Ranch, my little sibling, and then um, 4 of the entry grade Gundams. And so I am raring to get to painting them as soon as this project's done. Actually, I have another project I want to do before that, but um, that's just me. I do have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I do actually have all 4 of them ready, those entry grades. So that'll be fun to get to. But if you guys can come up with a theme for me, that would be cool. Boom, 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 boom. But it's not something that you guys have to do. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. Oh, we got fireworks going off all over the neighborhood. That's why the dogs are barking. I gotta admit, it's a little loud and scary, so I understand them. I do need to build the AUG version. It's right here. I actually have it right behind me. Let's see. You guys want to see my stuff? Let's do a little. Since I'm here, move my chair out of the way. Right here is where I keep my boxes, so I can send stuff out to my buddy. I have. This is the kite that flew away. So I have the string that came with it, and I have the really cool string winder that didn't come with it, but it's really nice. You see it's snapped off real clean. Oh, this is my shed. So this is just a little shed, little $2,000 shed. It's one of my pride and joy purchases. But I have that Voltrex. I mentioned that earlier, Soul, if you're still here. This one's complete. I did build the other one, the regular Voltrex. That's the word I was looking for. I didn't remember Wrath. I have some Churchills. Those guys are super cute, 1/100 scale. 3 of them in there because they're pretty heavy. I think those ones are resin, actually. That's my 3 Jagans in there. I'm finishing up another Jagan tonight. I just need the legs to go. My 30-minute mission section. These guys. I got a very expensive option part for the Girl Gun Lady and 30-minute mission sisters. I've got the another mass-produced submachine. I really like those. I don't know if you guys knew that. I'm sure you did. I've got 3 Neverlias. I got another egg. There's 2 over there. Another egg here. The Reaver. Got some other stuff behind these ones. Let's see. Got some, I opened that one. I didn't take it all apart and look into it. But there's that one. Another option set for the Luce. That one is because I made that mini one. This one I haven't put together yet, obviously. I want to do that on film. These ones are so cool. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw. My Butterfree, her face came off the other day. I was so sad. So she's over here. I have to find the rest of the parts. I got Chaos and Pretty Witch, who shouldn't be over here, but she is. I have my other Reaper. This one is a white Alto. Don't tell anyone, but he's not actually the Forestieri in there. This one is another Forestieri I haven't built yet. Let's see. There's two of the entry grade Gundams. There's a G Armor. I've got the Polypod ball, the regular ball, and those are my core Gundam set from the P Bandai or Gundam Base Limited. Yeah, Butterface for sure, huh? Poor thing. Let's see, let me move this out of there. These ones right here. I put these. So these bases, I really like them. They're gonna be really cool. I want to have more, and I just have them in a row. The EGs, those are the ones that I wanted to paint, and I haven't decided what I wanted to do with them. But for practice purposes, that's one of the things I wanted to play with. Pretty sure that one's actually built. Put Neverlia. These are the next girl kits I'm going to build for sure. Let's see. Of course. Nobody wants to get along. There we go. And then I have, okay, so Soul Hero, if you're here, this is his stuff. So I've got, he's gonna kind of know what I sent him last. Hold on, you guys are going in my pocket real fast. Okay, so I've got his Mercurius and Viate here still. Oh, I better not say it out loud then. But you do know that one now. Emptyboxes.com. Here's the rest of his stuff. So he's got this one. We got this Canario. I shouldn't be saying that. There you go. I spy some of his stuff. You got a lot of goodies in there. Not as many as we used to. I sent him a pretty big box out the day before yesterday. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's some other hidden stuff here. I got a Brady Fox, another one of those. I got my armored car, the second one. I've got my Toyota CHR. I got my All Creamy, which I should just build. We got, oh, that's the rat from Raider of Shadow. You see the box is all messed up. That's actually how it got shipped. Get these guys out of the way. Boom, 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 boom. I think I have one box left that I can send all of Soul Hero stuff. Actually, these need to go too, huh? Whew, man, you got too much stuff, bro. Okay. So now we're in the Witch from Mercury section. Well, one of them. I got the Lanza Soul, the Zowart Heavy, the Aerial Rebuild, 2 Demi Trainers. Oh man, 3 more. We got the regular Zowart. I wanted to get 2, but 1 is fine. Hindry, Miorini, and the Elfrith Thorn, but not the and the bigger Boo Clear. I also have the Faract, and I have, what's the red one called? It's red. Gwell uses it. It's that one, whatever that is. I also have this little Agama. Argama. I have this that I'm going to give away once I reach 300 subscribers. It's a cheap one. I'll probably put a regular Gundam with it too. You guys will be the first to know that one. I've got Gundam Base Limited Gold. There's a silver one in here somewhere too. Let's see. Let's go this way. This is the forbidden section. Get this out the way. Let's see. You see, I'm pretty crowded in here. There's the AU Gundam. We got the Painting Haros. That's such a cute kit. I love this one a lot. I've got back here, let's put this up here. You see back there, there's the U-Wing and TIE Striker, I think. The P-Bandai Bonfarcia. There's me. We got another Jigen normal type. I'm finishing the one that I have inside right now. Is it zoomed in? Didn't know I could do that. That's cool. We get some hairstyle pieces for the SST girls. I haven't put this together yet, and I have 2 sets of them too. What is it, doggies? Look at this stuff. Hey, that's Sarah. That's Chakotay's mom, believe it or not. You see her, she's so cute. So, okay, I do have mostly 144 scale. I do have some master grades. I don't like them that much. I think they're too much trouble. That said, you can see my other girl kits, they're pretty big. But mostly it's that size, you know, that small size is what I like. Who's between my legs? You guys need to get out of there. Okay, so we're gonna go back down here. My girl kits are hiding secrets too. That's where I put him. I was wondering where he was. He's my next paint project, and I was worried I was missing him. And no, these actually they aren't empty. These are all in my backlog. All my built kits stay inside the house. I've got let's see. That's the Siren from Nuke Matrix. This MP. I don't know what that is. That's kind of scary. That's Rabbit from Raider of Shadow. Yeah, I'm bad. There's Marshall D. Teach's ship. This one is a weird one. Combat doll, angelic doll, something like that. It says it right here. I could read it, but I'm not going to. This is spare parts from someone that... It's effect parts. Oh, I need to take this one out. This one, I gave it away. We did a raffle on the Gumpla Hermit chat, and somebody won. I was trying to sell it, but nobody wanted it. So I'm like, I'll just get rid of it. Is it Blackbeard's? I'm not sure. It's a cool one. It's the because I haven't gotten that far in, so I never even seen this one. But it's a really cool ship, you know? I like it a lot. Now, I understand getting master grades. I feel like I tend to be disappointed in them, though. And you're going to laugh at me for why. It's... When they're built, it's like... Okay, I can't really do anything with this now. You know, I can't pose them. I can't play with them. I do have some bigger kits, though. Like, you see this one here. That's the Hunt and Kill, I think. Yeah, Hunt and Kill. I have the Mechanical Atlas this time. You see Master Grade Zagok down there. I have that Elfie, something like that. Some combat, some some random P Bandai effect parts. That's what I meant to say. I have this one. This one, we were gonna do a contest for ships, so I was gonna do that one. I have the other here. That one's done. This one I was gonna paint though. Same thing with that Magikarp. That one would get done in like half a second if I actually wanted to build it. So I've been thinking about doing it, but we were thinking about doing a contest with just Magikarps. Everyone had to get a Magikarp, and then we painted it, and you know, whoever wins. But I decided, or we ended up deciding doing that thing. One of them things. That perfect grade, I got that one from Abyssus, from Falco's server. He gave it to me, which is really weird. If you look back behind everything over here, there's a Zeta Gundam box, and that one has the rest of that. It's a perfect grade Azaku 2, and I don't know why he got rid of it. He just didn't want it, I guess. It's a really weird thing. And yeah, that fish, he's really cute. I really want to build him. But if we do that contest after all, I want to have it ready. And then I don't know how you guys keep your spares, like your spare parts. I have them in these things. So these are all MSGs, mobile supply goods. These are all Hexagear. These are all Megami device and frame arms. These are spare sprues I never took the time to cut off. These are furniture. Hey, who's in between my legs again? These are random sprues with joint parts. Lots and lots of stuff. And then a lot of that, a lot of this here is just stuff I haven't taken the time to put away. Because I'm lazy sometimes. This guy here, take this one out. You see I'm outside. Look at the moon. You know, I was worried about that at first, the plastic melting. It doesn't get that hot in here. Like, it gets hot, it does, but it's not hot enough to melt plastic. Unlike, I haven't seen any of the I'm like you, Ben. Like, it's true. I put them in there. Most likely they'll never be seen again, but it's a thing. It's a whole thing. But you know, I haven't seen any warped sprues or anything like that on my plastic. But it was definitely a concern at first. I was like, should I put them in a shed? Should I just put the built stuff out here? But then I'm like, I don't want my built stuff to melt. So I actually did an experiment because I built this one I built it in August of 2 years ago. Something like that. I'm over here thinking, scratching my head. But yeah, I built it in August either 2 years ago or last year, and I'm not sure which. I think it's been long enough that it's been 2 years ago. But I put the shed together on a really windy day, and it sucked, but it was an experience. So when that all got together, I put 5 kits out here, and I let them stay for a week. And I opened them, looked at the box, looked at everything. The only thing I have issue with is sometimes the glue that sticks the side things here, like right here on these things, will come off if they've been in here for a while. So like, you see like this, that'll come off and it'll open up. You'll see that on like this one. That happens to me. But that's the only issue I've had with them being here. So I'm pretty comfortable with them being out here. At first I was really worried, but you know, after my test I was like, okay, I think we're good. We really do. And let's go ahead and put these boxes back in. Don't want any bugs coming in here. All right, Bennett, you gotta avert your eyes. I got your kits coming out. Boom. That is the big high grade box. And I felt so dumb. The last time I shipped for Soul Hero out here, I figured on, you know, like I gotta get some bigger boxes. Bandai gives these pretty consistent sizes. So they have, okay, Genshin. 16 by 16 by 16 is the biggest box they give out. And it's a big boy. The other one they give out is 16 by 16 by 10. That's a pretty often one that they do. I put 2 of the 16 by 16 by 10s together and came out with 16 by 16 by 15. And I feel really bad because the last 2 times I sent 16 by 16 by 10s and they were almost the same price as the 15. So I'm like, we can't do that again. We got to make sure we make them big boxes. We got to make this happen, you know? I feel super bad for it. Let's see here. Put this guy in. Got that one is for solar protection. And then here is my Kenbu. I do have one of these that I actually built, so I ended up pre-ordering a second one and not remembering that I did so. So that is why I have 2. Put that there. And these little guys. This is one I need to put away and review. So that's why it's out. Goes here. And then let's get my chair and get back to work on the painting. Wow. Okay. Do you guys, I don't know, you guys shop online a lot, I'm sure. Gunpla Hermit is one of my favorites to shop from. He came out with these cool stickers. He sells a 4-pack of them for $10, but he'll give you one for free in a box if you buy something from him. So that's really cool. $17 SD kits. Yeah, no, that was a that was a win for you, man. Yeah, that was super cool. Yeah, no, the Gunpla Hermit shop. Definitely check him out. And we have a Discord. I'm a moderator on the Discord, so I'm always on his page. You'll see my messages all the time. I'm always bugging people. But super cool stuff. He's probably a little more expensive than other places. I'll admit that. But he's a really cool guy, and he has really fast shipping times. He'll be like, if you order it tonight, oh, 17, not $17. I was like, wow. It's even better deal than I thought. But the Gunpla Hermit has the $6 shipping flat rate. So that is, it's really cool, you know. So like if I want to get one kit and he has it, I get it from him. Honestly, it's the best pricing for shipping anyway. Also, if you get like what do they call them? Decals. He's the guy to get them from because he'll ship them to you for 50 cents. So if you get like, I think it's up to 5, he'll do them for 50 cents. Is that a bug? Yes, it is. Great, now he's hovering over me. Shouldn't bug bugs, never bug bugs. Yeah, I bought a stack of decals from him, and I got them for 50 cents a piece. 50 cents for shipping. And you know, like I said, it's a little bit more expensive for the kits, but the shipping, it makes it worth it, especially if you just buy 1 or 2. So that's pretty cool. And I'm not sponsored by him or anything. I wish I was. He keeps telling me, oh, I need a what do you call it? Social media guy. And I'm like, I'll do it for you. Just send me kits. But so far that hasn't happened, and I caught my phone. That was cool. It's one bad thing about the shed is like if I shake it, the whole thing shakes. It's pretty crazy. I see the numbers on the people online. It goes from 2 to 3, and I don't know if it's Dan coming in saying hello and then leaving. It probably isn't, but hello to whoever you are, number 3. I'm sorry, my stream isn't very active or fun. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how people do it, honestly. They like painting and stuff. It's good. Oh yeah, no earthquakes. That's something I've been worried about because you know everything is it's pretty up here, you know. But I could see, you know, the shed's just plastic, so I worry about that. It's one of them things. Oh, I didn't show you guys these things. I mean, I know y'all seen them before. They're always in my videos, but you see that's the other set of hair. Let's see. The other set of SST girl hair. This one I want to build right away. That's one of the other ones I want to build. That's Urania from the Chitosarium or Chitosarium line. Depends on how you want to pronounce it there. But she's like a crazy little girl that has like a prison cell that, you know, you just like kind of lock her into. Has a little light. This is the Gryphon, but without an architect inside. So it's just the armor. That Kay and Yuri with Lovely Angel, I think that's just like a single man ship. It's pretty cool. The Assault Scout, Snipe Grapple, these girls right here, they're all the WISM girls, which are my favorite Megami device girls. They're the number 1 and 2. and then the variants of those ones, which are super cool. Above that, I have a little 1/100 scale mouse tank, which I was planning on reviewing pretty soon here. You guys ever seen the mouse tank? I'm sure y'all have. You guys are like me. Like this guy. So they call it a super heavy tank. I think it was like, I don't know, it's humongous though. Let's see. Bethesda isn't the best at packaging. It's the best at science. You guys remember the size of my other tank that I built? Look at this one. So 1/100 is where it's at when it comes to tanks anyway. Look at the size of this guy. It's pretty wild. Still have that other one out here? Yeah. It's the IS-22. This is the IS-22 is pretty big. It's a heavy tank compared, but that one's quite a large one. Quite large. The mouse is nuts. Did I get you a WISM soldier? I thought I got that for someone else. I'm just kidding. Sorry, that's probably noisy. Hold on, guys. Need 2 hands for this. I'm trying to put it in the wrong box. I'd like to be in the position to be able to buy everyone gifts again this year. I've been having trouble with cash flow, which is why I've been working so hard. Like, honestly, I make good money, but I've been spending it as fast as I get it in because that car of mine eats up a lot of cash. I've been putting money into my other car, which sucks. And then I have to pay double rent that I used to. So that's been a thing. Honestly, I don't pay that much rent. I only pay $480 a month. But it used to be half that. So that was a big jump. And $480 a month is just about what I used to spend on model kits. So yeah, no, you can tell where my funds were going before. Hey, what are you doing? You want to say hi to Sarah? Oh, she ran away. Never mind. Sarah doesn't want to say hi. But no, that was a thing that happened early this year, and that's why I've been like on and off with purchases. Like, you know, last year I had lots and lots of model kits. Year before that, I even had enough to buy everyone Christmas presents. But this year, it's been tight. But I hopefully will be able to get something going. And you know, I'm working with my brother, my older brother, and my younger sister, Jacqueline, just got her real estate license, and what is it called? She's a property manager. And so what we've done is we try to partner up with her so that some of the properties that she's working with, we're going to start doing some of the maintenance and stuff like that. I personally, I have a lot of experience in maintenance and stuff, so I'm trying to get the licenses to make that legal. Oh yeah, Gunpla Hermit, he does have a lot of fun stuff. So I mean, that's one of the things I love about him. It's just like sometimes I have all of the stuff he's already got, and you know, it's a thing. It's kind of embarrassing to say, hey, you know, I already got it from this place because he had it a little bit at get what are you doing? This isn't your home. Come on, get out of there. Yeah, see, $400 is pretty cheap, and that's renting from my parents. That's why it's pretty cheap. Uh, yeah, like it's kind of embarrassing having to rent from your parents. They come over all the time. They bug you. It's one of those stuff. Do it, dude. Like, get it and then get on the Discord. Honestly, it'd be cool to see you on there. Um, but yeah, no, I think living with your parents, it shouldn't be shameful. It's just it's one of those things. Anyways, we'll try to get that cash flow going, and I will try to get you guys some gifts this year. And even if I don't have enough money to, you can see I have a lot of stuff to gift you. I think that would be a lot of fun. It would be like guessing who wants what. I think last year I got Flaming Beast, or no, it was the year before. I got Flaming Beast some. I got him some SD kits because he used to shit on them a lot. I was like, oh, anything but SD kits, anything but SD kits, and I'm like, I'm getting him SD kits. um, and I got what's her name stuff too. I got her and her mom some kits. Ah, the PG Zaku too. Okay, so that one is partially built. Someone took the time to take all of the parts off of the arm on the left side, off the sprues, and put them in a plastic baggie, and built the right side arm. And he did a terrible job, or she did a terrible job cutting them off the nubs. So I need to take the arm off, like take it apart, sand everything down because honestly it's pretty awful, and then put it all back together, and then I'll start on the rest of the kit. It's one of those ones I've always wanted a perfect grade Zaku, and at the time when he gave it to me, it was it was uh, it was not available anywhere. Now I find them all over the place, and that's a thing. Like I've seen perfect grade Zaku's all the time, but it's a little bit out of my budget. Yeah, no, it's definitely one of those ones where it's like, who did this? Who messed this up? But it's okay. I'm happy that I have it, so it's a smile, not a lose. You guys see bear guy right here. It's a fun one to have, just chilling there. I wish he was bigger so you could see him like right in frame. That'd be cool. Actually, here. Can I zoom in on this side? Where is he? Oh, we took a dive and now you guys are zoomed in on my eye. Okay. Bear. There we go. So you got the O, Gym 2, Dodai Kais. Oh, I don't know if you guys would be interested. For this, let's see, let's zoom back out. Okay, so for this is a debris set. And so what I want to do, when I don't know the legalities of it, I'm going to cast these parts in silicone, and then I'm going to copy them in resin. They'd be able to be purchased from anywhere online, but I don't plan on selling them to the public. Basically, if you know me, you can buy them off of me. But I wanted to make a video on how to do that kind of thing, because I've done it before many times. I used to make, actually I can show you guys these things. I'm here where I keep the stuff. Let's see here. This is not the stuff. These are Pokemon. This is the stuff. So I used to, and this is back before the house fire. My mom burned down my house, which is why I'm renting this house from her. I used to do cast copies of toys. This one, for example, was a McDonald's dragon from How to Train Your Dragons. That's these things here. This was a Mega Bloks kit. And then I sculpted the face of it. It still smells like resin. Don't put him up to your nose. But I painted him. Okay, so she didn't burn my house down. She burned it down. Like, the fire happened, the house is gone. It was her fault. But she didn't do it on purpose. Oh, and you asked where Whiskash was. Whiskash is my boy. So, I've reviewed one before. I think I still have them here. Halo Mega Bloks. Mega Bloks little 3-inch figures. They didn't used to be this detailed. So my first custom sculpture actually was one of these. Yes, Gunpla did perish in the fire. I actually have to show you guys my gem that survived. He was painted. I painted him white because I didn't like the mint color that he came in. But now he's brown, one of a kind. So yeah, like I mentioned, the first things I customized were Halo Mega Bloks, and this is what they used to look like. Now this one is painted and there are sculpted features on it. I sanded smooth the arm here, added the knife. I think that's all I did to this one, and I just painted him gray. I think he's supposed to be Rookie. Yeah, my mom put candles underneath the TV, which TVs are flammable. Here is a very annoyed looking Samus Zero suit. If you guys know Dark Souls, this is a Halo Mega Bloks. Used to be. This is big tail. Ugly ass tail. Nice swords though. I had a lot of fun doing this one. He won me a prize. So did she. Actually, she won me a prize too. This one was Spider-Man. She was Spider-Man before. So she's not a Halo Mega Bloks. She was Spider-Man. And then this bug, I sculpted the legs of this one and then copied them. So the back, these two are copies of each other. I just bent them out of shape. And they're ball jointed, so you can actually pull them off. And then I did, I don't know if you guys can see them, but the little hairs, these are toothbrush bristles. So I did quite a bit. This one won me a prize though. It's pretty cool. The face is all sculpture. It used to have a long tongue coming out, which, you know, spiders don't have tongues, but that's one of the things that you do. They take liberties in games and stuff. This is another Spider-Man. I was trying to make someone with the skirt. Didn't come out very well. Oh, so this is what I wanted to show you. So I made cast copies of these things. A lot of the parts. I had a lot of resin parts. And I would sell them, which can get you in trouble. But that's resin. Where else? So I sculpted a lot. Let's see if I can show you what I did. Here we go. Here's a good example. So this one, this is the sword I sculpted. It's got just a little bit of extra pieces on there. It's obviously not even, so it was just a first attempt. But I did a cast version of it. That's how they come out. Not always straight, not always perfect, but it's fun. It's got all the imperfections there of a cast copy. A cool ODST custom color. Trying to make a helmet like a knight's helmet. I did make a knight. This is another Spider-Man. Actually, that face is Dr. Octopus. So Dr. Octopus takes a new life. And Spider-Man goes back to the medieval era. It came out pretty good. Okay, so that was my dream job, bro. I would love to learn smithing. Oh, that would be so cool. I broke him, but this is what you call a snitebagon, which is a little snooty beetle that comes from Switzerland. One of my friends online way back in the day went by the username snitebagon, and he loves these guys. So I painted this one for him. I ended up not liking it enough to send it to him, so I kept it and sent him another one that was a little bit better. Along with a My Little Pony figure, which he really loved My Little Pony. It was back in those days. And I do have some My Little Pony stuff. This one actually was attached to a hunter before. Let's see. I don't have the hunter anymore. But you know the hunters from Halo? Yeah, she was attached to that. There's another little guy from Dark Souls. This one was a Knights of King Arthur, which I didn't have a lot of them. That's why he's got the cool chainmail effect there. With a sculpted Spider-Man, and I think that was all of him. I think he was just Spider-Man. And then you know who this is? This is Iron Man. This is an Iron Man figure. Obviously, the head is a Halo CQC, CQB, CQC, something like that. And then just a sculpted arm cannon. I did have a cease and desist letter from Pokemon because I was selling these guys. I made about 300 of them, and I sold about 200 of them. And then him, I sold like 25 of him for 10 bucks a piece. I cast this one in particular before I painted it, and I was making resin copies. And you can buy them for $10 unpainted or $20 painted. I sold all the unpainted ones. And if you remember, I said I did make My Little Pony stuff. I still have this one. So it's pretty good, huh? Little goofy. If you look at them from the front, they look awful. But you're not supposed to look at them from the front. You can't have Whiscash without a barb roach. I have 4 of these at one point, but they come apart pretty easily. The clay that I used wasn't the best. Right when the house fire happened, I was actually doing some of these cast molds, and I was actually doing practice injection molds. That stuff's really expensive, and it was really disheartening to see them fail on me. They burn up, and like the plastic warped, The metal was all misshapen. For some reason, the fire went from my mom's room where she was storing her stuff over to the attic and into where my room was on the other side of the house. And the living room was mostly okay, but it did end up getting involved. But at the beginning of it, it was just those two rooms, my mom's storage room and my room on the far side. It's crazy stuff. There is a shield for one of the Dark Souls characters. I did not do this one perfectly, but the idea was that I got the painting right. This was a character from a story that I wrote back in the day about R-Type. I forget who this was going to be, but you could see my process in sculpting. That is a jacket, like a bomber jacket, I think is what I wanted to do. I was going to make it nice and fluffy. It actually came out pretty good. I had to smooth down the muscles of Spider-Man's back to get that one that way. And you can see still some of his musculature. Yeah, that's kind of how it happened. It was pretty wild. Let's see. This one, I forget who these guys are. This was a Mega Bloks line of their own creation. I love these guys, and I was going to take him apart and do some casts of him. He's got really interesting details. Really cool looking dudes. Let's see if I can put this together real quick. Yeah, I'm all over the place with this video or stream, whatever you want to call it. Do you guys play Monster Hunter? Do you guys know who this is? This is a little saggier than I remembered it being. Still got some of his chin tendrils there, and I still have his tail on. So the house did end up getting fixed. The house got fixed, but we sold it. Because the guys that we contracted with, they ended up putting really cheap materials in the kitchen. And like, it was completely against what I had asked for. We had a granite top counter. That's the word I'm looking for. They ended up using what is it called? Travertine. And travertine, it's absorptive. It's porous. Not good for a surface of a counter. Don't know why they sell it for counters, but that's what they ended up making it out of. And yeah, it was pretty bad. And like the way the kitchen was designed is it had an island, but okay, so imagine like you go into the kitchen, there's an island right in the middle. I mean, a lot of kitchens have islands in the middle. It had a sink in it, and then under the sink was a dishwasher. On the other side was the oven, and then on the other side was the stove, like oven, stove, and then in the middle right here would be the sink and the dishwasher. So like you had a kind of design, you know. And then on this side would be the fridge. So you kind of had to walk around it back and forth when you were cooking. It's kind of annoying, but we're used to it. when we came in to review what they had done for the work, and they're supposed to be sending pictures, they never sent pictures. They ended up moving the island from the middle of the kitchen. And yes, it did look really stupid. But you know, you get used to things. When we were there for like 8 years, my parents actually moved out of that house, you know, and let us stay in that one. Um, the island had moved from like right in the middle of the kitchen, which is not okay. So like you have the big square, and then right in the middle would be the island. Now it's over here, and it's not even close to where it was supposed to be. So we just had this big old empty room, and they kind of turned one of the sections into a bar, and it was like, where did you guys come up with this idea? Like, what? This is not at all what we had plans for. They were just supposed to copy the plans of the blueprints from the original house, which we had. So it was wild that they ended up coming up with this whole new system. One of the bathrooms, they installed the bathtub incorrectly. They it ended up leaking inside the floorboards and into the master bedroom. What is this? Pretty much. Um, Honestly, it was just bad. It was really bad. And so we ended up making them fix all the problems that they had created. And with their bill, you know, they had to pay for it. They had to re-insulate two of the rooms because when they had done safety inspection, two of the rooms didn't have insulation, and then they just put up the backer board and painted everything over it. So it was a really bad situation. uh, so when we had them fix everything, and it passed the when it passed the safety inspection, we just put it on the market and sold it. And my mom got this place from an elderly lady who was moving to Florida. Uh, so it was like it was a song and a dance to buy it from her. They had already moved out a while ago to another house in the same city, but this one they were like, "We know you guys need a place to live. We can't have you living at this place. It's kind of falling apart and dilapidated. Let's just hit you guys up and put you in here." And so we got this house, which it's not bad. And like I said, we're renting it from her, my mom. She doesn't own it, but she's paying for the mortgage on it, and we are paying. I think between me, my sister, and my brother, we're paying another $500 on top of what the mortgage is. Between the three of us. So my mom's making a pretty penny off of us. But still, it's not that bad. Um, in the long run, it's like we're helping them pay off the debt in the long run. Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out when they pass away and we see how much money they squandered off of it. But long and short of it, I don't really have another option that's this cheap. $480 isn't that bad for rent. It's not it's not something you come across very easily in California. Well, no, my mom's renting it from us or for us. She's paying the mortgage, and the mortgage didn't go up. She just decided, yeah, you guys got to pay double what you did. So that's my wonderful parents. She would say everything's more expensive, but she's retired from the sheriff's department. So is my dad, and they get pensions. So I know they have a lot of money. Uh, they are not hurting for it. So yeah, no, it's definitely negative and positive. I love them a lot. They're my heart, but they also hurt. So it's one of those things. Um, I should change the subject though. Well, what are you guys building lately? I guess my air conditioner turned on. It's okay, Chicote. Come here. My brother's probably home. The Susanoo. That's an interesting one. Um, I'm actually not familiar with what that looks like. Can you send a picture in the group chat later on so you can see what that looks like? I want to see. I think so. Like I said, I've been trying to keep up with things. Honestly, there's things that I want to do that don't have anything to do with my skills right now. You know, it's one of those things. It's like yeah, I went to school to be a firefighter, guys. I went to school to be a firefighter and became a mechanic. You know, that's the world that I went to. And then I do build, I paint, I do a lot of sculpture. I've built uh, an plastic injection machine. Um, I've been a security guard for the past 4.5 years. I know how to do commercial sales. I managed an AutoZone for 4 years. That was easy as heck. Um, I have a lot of fun with life. I don't ever have a complaint about it. I drive like a boss. I've never been in an accident. That's been my fault. People love my driving on when I do lift. I get lots of compliments and lots of tips. That's a good thing. It's just the things I want to do now. I want to teach. I want to go to school to become a teacher. I think that's ridiculous, but that's what I want to do. Um, so that's something I've been putting money away for. Um, Kind of inspired again by Salmon Champs because I know he does it, so that's something that I think would be cool. Not that it's not something I've always wanted to do too, because honestly, when I was young, that's something I wanted to do. But I'm just in a different place every time I want to do something. Like I learn easily though, so that's cool. That's something I can do. I'm really adaptable, I think. But what about you, Reggie? Are you building any of those cool SD Gundams? I feel like I'm blabbering about myself a lot right now. Like confession time. Is that how people make these streams last as long as they do? Yeah, no, sometimes like I have that big old backlog and some of those have been there for a while, man. So let me tell you. But sometimes the new ones they just pop up and you're like, I gotta build this. Like, I don't know, did I show you guys? I have this stack too. Um some more 30-minute missions and sisters. But I got 5 other Drohounds to build. I've got 5 of these guys. But I haven't done that yet. I haven't even reviewed the one that I did build. He's in here. You guys can get a sneak peek of him. Not that you guys don't know what it looks like. It looks just like the Brady Hounds. But there he is. I wanted to build at least 2 of them before I got to the review. Ah, okay, so you weren't having a real good week. Oh, and I dropped my phone. Here I am. Did it crack anything? No, everything looks okay. But yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better, man. What do you think was wrong? Like, what was going on? I know what that's like. That's why, like, when the getting's good, I'll build everything. I'll build 5 or 6 kits in one night, one day. You know, sometimes you just got to do it. And then other times it's like, I don't feel like doing that. Like right now, those are the 2 kits I have to review. Normally that stacks up to the ceiling. I try to keep my finished kits, like the ones that are new and fresh and just done, so they're still in my head and I can remember the feeling of building them. You got to keep that going. Ah, yeah, depression, that'll get to you, man. I know what that's like. I was diagnosed with that way back in the day, and sometimes it creeps up on you, man. And so Bennett, being a vet, an environmentalist, paralegal, singer, yeah, no, that's some crazy stuff. I think I could see you being a businessman. You're still a lot younger than me, so you can get there a little bit easier than where I'm at. Still, the guy I watch on YouTube a lot. He's a botanist, an amateur botanist, but he's making a big name for himself. Like honestly, through YouTube, I think a lot of people know who he is now. And he was a bum. He was a hobo, like a professional hobo, man, just asking for money on the streets. And he ended up getting a job on a train, working on a train yard. And eventually that led to him actually being a train operator. So he would operate the engines. So that was what he ended up doing. And now, because he had so many hours on the road, going out through uh, the states, he actually started reading books on botany and learning about plants because he became fascinated with different aspects of them. Something that kind of trips people up a lot. Uh, he he became really into it, and like if you listen to him, I mean, he's still got the mouth of a hobo. He's still got the mouth of a Chicagoan. I'll say it bluntly. He's got the mouth of a motherfucker. He says whatever's on his mind. But he is so knowledgeable about plants, and it's just unbelievable to me. Like he sees a plant and he can instantly go back to its lineage and why it's there and why the earth underneath it is perfect growing conditions for it. It's like wild to me how much he knows about plants. And I strive to one day be something like that where I can figure out um, the instantaneous knowledge. I think we are that way with Gundam. Like if you see a Gundam, it's like, oh, that's this Gundam. It's from this series, and this is the pilot that was originally in it. And we can kind of figure that one out. So I think it's like if we find something that we are good at, that we could own up and become that kind of expert and make a name for ourselves. I think that would be a good thing. I wouldn't think it would be botany, but it is very interesting to me. I do enjoy learning about it. And he's definitely a fun guy to listen to. I've shared it with the group chat a couple of times. Uh, Crime Pays but Botany Doesn't is the YouTube channel. Really funny guy. I told him if he ever comes to California again, because he does come out in Barstow, which is pretty close to me. He's been here a couple of times doing some botanizing, as he calls it. Then I'll buy him a burrito, and he told me they'd take me up on that offer, so I definitely will buy him a burrito. No more soda. Originally I thought painting, that's what I'm going to be doing. I think it's been an hour and a half, and I haven't touched the paint, but that's okay. Where is the yellow. There we go. Anyone thirsty? Put the cap on that. I am almost out of battery, guys. So I'll probably switch to being on just on Discord. But it was a lot of fun doing this. And I don't know if YouTube captures this and keeps it. If so, an hour and 42 minutes is a long time. But if not, that's too bad. I'll make another video. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off of here, and I will be back on Discord. I'll see you guys later.